Alright, so I swore I wasn't gonna try and make nothing about this. I figured, you know, what the Alright, so I swore I wasn't gonna make any big deal about this. I figured that this was just gonna pass by, like this was just gonna be some line in the news cycle of basketball or whatever, especially because the NBA offseason is dry and for some reason we can't talk about the WNBA without negative connotation and just drama, that goes on in it. We don't talk about the game within the game. When it comes to the WNBA, we talk about things like this. So, I mean, might as well do it because, I have my opinions and I wanted to get out my chest. So, first of all, this happened a couple days ago where a transgender French basketball player, Julie, I don't want to botch the last name, Tetart? I don't want to botch the last name. Declared for the 2027 WNBA draft and has like this, I guess, push in the news cycle where now people are getting to talking about, is this okay for things like competition wise or like, like whatever her genetics is and whatnot. I'm personally on the side of, I'm gonna just stay out of people's business for real. I do have my opinion on this, and it's not necessarily that like I'm for or against it, whatever. I just feel like at the end of the day, it's not my business. This is a women's league. We've seen pushes like this already happen in the sports world, where transgender females are allowed to participate with women in their sports. So, that being said, out of my hands. Don't really want to touch that topic too much because, I'm not even supposed to say that word, huh? Damn. For now on, we're going to use the word transgression. I don't want to talk about transgression females. The transgression females are allowed to do as they please, and if the sports world is inviting them in, and if they're inclusive enough to let them participate in the said sport, then hey, so be it, bro. I want to talk about this though, because since that has transpired, we have seen a couple former NBA players decide that they too want to take part in this movement because they feel like they meet the guidelines to participate in the WNBA. So we have two grown men, Enes Kanter and Royce White, saying that they too want to declare for the draft and they identify as a transgender woman. Now, there are a lot of things that I would want to say very vulgarly to these two gentlemen. No disrespect to their careers or whatever they've done in their lives or whatever, but where's your sense of pride? I feel like if WNBA players were making what they were making just last season, even, they're not doing this. They see a genuine opportunity to not only get their name in the news cycle, but if it do go through, they could get paid $1 million. They could get $1 million, maybe $2 million. But where's your pride? Like, as a man, I would never, I don't care what the opportunity is, want to identify as something as I am not. I am a dude. I am a boy, a man. I got a little pecker. I do man things. I'm a boy. Not to say that like you can't live in your femininity as a boy or be whoever you want to be. Don't do that. You got my biggest blessing. More power to you. Bless your heart and soul. But they're clearly not. They're only doing it to get their name in the news cycle because they want to demonstrate how wrong this is in their opinion. They're not actually genuinely a transgression. But why would you then want to tell the world that you are transgression? What you want to tell the world you a transgression for? I feel like this is deeper than rap. You want to tell us something that we don't know about you. because again, I get it. They want to implicitly get off their opinion about this said transgression that's from France declaring for the draft and trying to put her name out there or their name out there. You got to use the right pronouns, they them. So they're trying to get their name for them to participate in the WNBA. Cool, got it. You want us to really treat you like they them too? Like, I feel like what they're doing is just weird. Like, it's weird. It's weird. We have to call it for what it is. They're grown men, bro. That's weird. Y'all already had your opportunities to play professional sports. You can go play overseas. Well, Enes Kanter can't because he's got a bounty on his head. And Royce, I don't think Royce. Yeah, he not too he not too media friendly. Regardless, we know his disposition in politics, just like and this candidate is. We know how he talks about certain things, and we know he be putting his hands on the woman. So hey, maybe it fits his lane. Maybe it fits his lane. He puts his hands on women. Maybe he wants to be where he wants to be. He wants to compete with the women's and stuff. But this is just crazy. Like, why? What do they get out of that? Like, I get it. Like, okay, they're gonna be touted as the most dominant players in the WNBA, but is you dead serious, dog? Like, is you dead ass, bro? You're not dead ass. Like, you don't want to be known for that, bro. You's a man. You competed with dudes already in the league. Granted, neither one of them were worth a dime for real. I mean, and Enes Kanter had his moments and his statistical bouts, but he the me bounds of the NBA. He me bound OG. He me bounds. If Angel Reese wasn't in the W, being a girl doing that trash, that's there and it's Kanter whole money worth. Offensive rebound, I couldn't get the first one, get the second one. Good. And it's Kanter good for that in the league. You was good for that. Like, what you want to go to the W for? Like, it just sucks that like the WNBA always has to be at its like peak when it's on the front page, when it's pushed the most, when it comes with stupid agendas like Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Angel Reese is so jealous of Caitlin Clark because she's the one that's getting all of this and that, and she feels like it's this, and it's the black girl hitting on the white girl. And then there comes more ridiculous claims about the W when it comes to their abilities and what they're able to do on the court. We highlight their All-Star game highlights all the time when they do stuff. That is, I ain't gonna lie to you, it'd be a little sad watching that. I ain't gonna lie, they look sad sometimes when they start like missing layups and stuff like that. But I mean, like, it's always a negative connotation that comes with the dub. We can't ever talk about like Asia Wilson having another historic season in that league, or we can't talk about the Lynx and where they're going to be at in terms of their championship aspirations, especially because prior to Fee's injury, they were already on that pedestal, and then Olivia Miles is coming in and contributing and hooping. We're not talking about whether, even if you want to talk about it in a negative connotation, we can't even talk about like Caitlin Clark's like turnover massacre, and whether she can adapt and develop to have better performances that are more efficient. We can't even talk about the league in that realm. We can't talk about how nice Kelsey Mitchell is. We can't talk about things that are transpiring in the W without like all of this like ridiculous news that comes on in the cycle. It's always about their pay. It's always about something controversial, and this is just another way that the WNBA is getting pushed with the negative light, and it's just sad because it's really a good league, and it's really developing into something, and the players are getting better. They're putting better product out there on the court, but now we have to deal with this. Like this is what the WNBA is getting highlighted for. We're not even done with the regular season. The WNBA draft is like months away, but we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. Like, this is topic of discussion for the W right now. It feels disingenuous to the talent that is already there, and it just feels like these guys, no disrespect to them, whatever, they hoop, they make careers for themselves. I mean, Royce can't really go on the plane. He has a fear of flights or whatever, fear of heights, whatever. So he can't get on a plane because he gets anxiety, whatever his ordeal was. But it's just corny, though. It's just corny. It's not cool. And I mean, like, yeah, like maybe you could say it for a joke, haha. I'm not somebody that's gonna like downplay a joke, but these dudes are dead making promo runs on it. They're going on Fox. They're putting specialized camera effects on them to talk about them going to the dub. Like, dude, you serious? You dead serious? You know you dead wrong. And like, look, I didn't want to talk about the transgression herself trying to declare, cause I mean, hey, you know what? If it doesn't, if the rules don't not let you, then why not, right? But like, oh no, man, I'm not gonna get into that one. I can't get into that one. But I didn't really even want to make this video, so it's not even really gonna be long. Just gonna post it and go on about my day. But it just sucks. The dub deserve better than that. Like, it deserves better than this, dog. And Royce and Enes Kanter just clowning around, fooling. Dog, Michael Beasley said it best, man. Men do what men do. It shouldn't be a dollar sign for you to come out and like try and worry about what other people is on just to benefit your pockets. Like, bro, what you want to play in the W for? Yeah, you can make a meal now out the W, and like y'all were already pros. What you want to do that for? Like I said, don't y'all got some pride, some dignity, some moral ground? Like, y'all want to compete against women for what? What y'all want to compete against women for? And now you out there going on public. Excuse me. Y'all out there going public talking about y'all are transgressions. Like, yeah, that